Friday Night Hoops heads to Spark Arena. The New Zealand Breakers taking on the JackJumpers. The JackJumpers who have been on the road for an eternity. But they are road warriors, picking up 3 wins out of their 4 contests. And the Breakers, well, they got to pick their season up languishing near the bottom of the ladder. And I'll tell you what, Damon Lowry with the parity in this league right now, you got to string wins together, and you got to string them now, because the closer you get to the back end of the year, the harder it's going to get.
100%. You do not want to be chasing your tail by digging yourself a big hole early in the season, which is what the Breakers have done so far, sitting at 1-5. But this game right here, Felix, I'm tipping them. I'm tipping them in a close one. Now, Tasmania JackJumpers are not going to beat themselves, but I just feel like the Breakers got enough firepower, and at home, they're going to be dangerous.
Well, they've only done it once, but when they are on, they are on. Let's have a look at their main parts at the moment, and one of the biggest parts right there, as he gets a bit of Vaseline on the hand, Sam Menenga.
What a season he's had so far. Shane and his team is 1-5, but you cannot fault the way Sam has been going about his work. Last week against the Phoenix, 29 points, 11 rebounds, averaging almost a double-double, 17 and 9. I feel like he is one of the premier big men in the league who can step out, shoot threes. He can put the ball on the floor. He can post you up. He runs the floor. He's a great athlete. He just needs to always stay in that aggressive mindset. You look at him down here on the box, that's just easy work for this guy. Either hand can finish around the basket. Has been a shining light in a rather dark season so far.
Consistency, the key for Sam Menenga. He can be so great when he's on, but I'll tell you what, he gets a nice feed from the point guard in Parker Jackson Cartwright, who again is having a fantastic season. And as we've seen for so many years, or at least for last year, for the New Zealand Breakers, he's often tasked with doing it all alone.
Parker's doing a lot of heavy lifting, 14 points and 9 assists so far, which is very good. You know, obviously hyped up off that 17 assist game he had. But Parker just needs more help. Now, obviously, the team is not winning right now. Imports are a little bit quiet, but Parker could probably lift his scoring as well, and his three-point shooting percentage at the moment is not great.
Menenga and PJC, they're paying the rent. They're doing all right.
Yep.
Isaiah Brockington came into the season with very, very high hopes. Hasn't quite lived up to it.
No, he hasn't, but I still believe that he is capable of it, and I feel like it's just an attitude adjustment, Felix, because the guy can still, he is who he is, right? But right now, I think he's just playing, maybe doubting himself a little bit, and right now he's got to come out and be aggressive and have the attitude that we've got nothing really to lose.
The JackJumpers, they are so good at finding diamonds in the rough when it comes to imports, and it looks like they've found another one in their point guard, Tiger Campbell. So steady with the rock.
Man, I could not be any more excited about this point guard matchup between Tiger Campbell and Parker Jackson Cartwright. Tiger's 3-ball finally came to life last game against the Kings, making 5 triples. But this dude, Felix, has an unbelievable stat. He has 3 turnovers in 130 minutes of action. That's 1 turnover, Felix, every 43 minutes. That is outrageous, probably some kind of record. Every import on your team doesn't have to be an out-and-out stud. He has Bryce Hamilton, the injured David Johnson. You need somebody to be able to set the table so the big dogs can eat. That's what Tiger Campbell does. Scott Roth trusts him, and he's a big-time player.
As you said, history in the making. Few point guards have taken care of the rock more than Tiger Campbell. What about Josh Bannon down low? Inconsistency and a little bit of injury has plagued his career so far. He's found his feet at Tassie.
Found some nice stability in Tasmania, 18, 14, and 6 last game. Almost a double-double averaging. He had some struggles in Brisbane. Brisbane had a lot of dysfunction, if you will. He had some injuries, but right now I feel like this is a place that he can call home for quite a while, playing some real good basketball along with Sam Menenga. That's going to be a big 4-man matchup. Big
front court matchup, and if we're talking big, we're talking matchups. The best in the business, my favourite person to throw down to these days, Cam Glidden. Welcome into the broadcast.
Hey, thanks, fellas. Welcome back to Spark Arena. I feel like I'm here every other day. It's because it's true. The Breakers have been at home this is their 5th game in the first 7, but unfortunately only managed to win 1 of those. They really need to start stringing some wins together if they want to be a factor towards the end of that season.
And to do that, Cam, what if Pettery Coppin brought you into the team to give him a bit of a G-up? What would you say to the fellas?
Oh, Damon, that's a tough question. I think I'd go a bit cliche, and what can you do for a teammate, you know? Are we setting hard screens? Are we making the extra pass? I just feel like, and at times this team can go a bit selfish in a way. They're not taking the easy road. They're making the game harder than it needs to be. So I'll just say, look in the mirror, try to do something for a teammate.
I like it.
You need to look in the mirror too and go get yourself a tie, my man, with the top button done up. We're going to catch you all throughout the game. Damon will be clicking that button all night. Parker Jackson, Cartwright, Kareem Lopez, Isaiah Brockington, Rob Baker and Sam Menenga, the starting five for the New Zealand Breakers. And for the JackJumpers, Paul Bannon's going to light it up in the middle. Bryce Hamilton, Tiger Campbell, Nick Marshall and Will Magnay will join him. Matchups all over the floor, Damon Lowry.
Yeah, they are. And I'm telling you, is this a must-win game for New Zealand? They're going to have a lot of road games coming up pretty soon. This one, they need to win.
It certainly is. The parity in this competition. An overzealous tip. Who's going to send this one the way of the JackJumpers. Tassie, as we mentioned, been on the road for 4 games out of 6 this season. Recorded 3 wins. They fear nothing under head coach Scott Roth.
Anthony Drimmick is obviously out nursing a back injury, so Nick Marshall steps in. But defense, Scott doesn't care who's in, who's out. He puts guys on the floor, and they all have an expectation and a standard to live up to.
Scott Roth, the championship coach, who, as many are aware, he suffers no fools. Campbell up top. Hamilton jabbing. And Rob Baker, another guy that's just looking to find his feet at the moment in the league.
Yeah, he's had a
role
quiet,
for the Breakers.
Yeah, he's had a quiet start to the season too, and he's got his hands full with Will Magnay down there. Just drew a foul early, just trying to keep that monster off the glass.
Magnay coming off an ejection in their game against the Kings. Scott Roth wasn't too happy about in the post-game presser. Campbell, 10 seconds on the shot clock, left way open. That one will rattle out. Marshall spins back, nice pass over the top to Magnay with an easy 2.
They're going to do it by committee on the offensive end. Obviously, Bryce Hamilton's going to do the bulk of the heavy lifting, but they're not going to have any selfish shots, any shots that make you think, what are they doing? They're going to move the ball and play good Jackie Way basketball.
The Jackie Way, a term we've become familiar with. Menenga, that's the aggression that Damon's been asking for. Can't get the finish, and Magnay will rip it down. Hamilton. Foul will be whistled on Marshall. Tell you what I am looking forward to, Damon.
What's that?
Your reaction when Tiger Campbell turns the ball over.
Don't jinx him, man. Every 43 minutes, he gets a turnover.
An unbelievable statistic. Exactly the sort of player you can imagine Scott Roth would love. Turnovers have been the issue for New Zealand. I'm sure they could do with a little bit of that end as Parker Jackson Cartwright steps back and cashes the 2.
An aggressive Parker is a good Parker. Gets his scoring off to a good start. 2-zip as Bryce Hamilton misses, and Will Magnay on the glass once again.
Baker does a good job of tipping it off the glass, the FIBA move, and unfortunately left himself out of position.
It's good seeing Will Magnay just fit and healthy. Just reliable every game. He's getting 30 minutes of playing time on a nightly basis. The only thing that's plagued him is obviously he's been those freakish injuries, but when he's in shaping like this.
He's a national team level guy. And that's the thing. Sometimes we haven't been able to see the best of him in the NBL through injury and whatnot, but he is a legitimate Boomers level center.
And this is the area of his game that he obviously is continuing to work on. 56% from the stripe. And there's his basically 50%. 1 out of 2.
Splits the pair. Menenga. PJC works around, finds Brockington. Tough to the rim on the left.
Good aggressive drive, no hesitation there, didn't overthink it. 2 lefties going at it, Brockington and Hamilton.
Bannon in the open floor. Gets through the middle, almost gets that one tipped away. Menenga pressures it. PJC works around Lopez, the next star who He's just, you feel, going to rocket up those NBA draft boards as this year goes on. He's gotten taller this year. He's gotten more poised. He's gotten better. He's had to fight through a back injury and illness in the early part of this season.
He just drew Nick Marshall's second foul. In comes Ben Air. And Nick Marshall was worried about Kareem out there shooting 47% from deep. Closed out too long.
Brockington, can he open his account off the rim? BJ Seal come up with the board, fouled by Campbell.
This is what the Tasmania JackJumpers got to be careful of. Getting in foul trouble. There's not a lot of depth on the bench. A lot of guys are out. No Majuk Ding, no Anthony Drimmick, no David Johnson. Guys have to protect themselves.
Lopez works on Hamilton. Steps back. And Brockington hard in the paint, can't board. Breakers will continue to fight for it. Banner will wrestle it down. Bannon well defended by Lopez.
Ruben Tarangi checks in. Now, Petri Carpenter does not mind going to the bench and often. 9 guys are averaging double-figure minutes. I have a bit of a problem with that, Felix.
Oh, no. And when you've got the thing I know about you, Damon, if you've got a problem, you usually make it known.
Just a little bit of a problem.
Campbell, guarded by PJC on the block. Gets right around, little left-hand scoop.
Parker's
Such a good
up
decision maker.
Yeah, Parker's giving up a few kilos to Tiger. Tiger's a strong guard. Kind of remind me a little bit of a Jalen Brunson type.
It's a fine comparison. Menenga from outside, off the board. Hamilton up top off the Magnate screen. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Bannon through the middle, spins. Can't get the and one, but he'll go to the stripe for 2.
Josh Bannon, he's a cagey scorer, puts the ball on the floor, likes to spin back to his left hand. Kareem Lopez probably read that in the scouting report, but Josh Bannon does it so well. It is not an easy thing to defend.
Josh Bannon, not a crazy undersized big, but certainly plays bigger than his height, and most of that's due to his footwork.
I'm just going to pencil him in for a double-double tonight. I mean, as long as he stays out of foul trouble. Will Magnate's going to sub out at some stage. You need to have one of these guys on the floor at all times.
Hits the pair. Menenga. Nice hard drive in the middle. Can't get the finish, but he'll get another chance at it. A little finger roll.
Did a good job avoiding the shot block because Will Magnate definitely challenged it, but Sam Menenga's shot fake is exquisite.
I'm sure Petri Coppinen loves the aggression that he's seeing from Menenga. Attacking Will Magnate on the offensive end. Nice lay-in by Bryce Hamilton. PJC working on the outside. That one will come off the rim. Hamilton's out, just a guy that found his feet in this league right away.
Like you've been here for years. I hope he loves it here and wants to stay.
Playing like a third-year import. Just imagine how good he's going to be if he hangs around that long. Bannon.
Tough.
2.
Tough, and if you can score on Ruben Tarangi down there, because he is not a weak man, but just giving up a few inches to Josh.
Tarangi. Nice spin. Tries to go back on Bannon. That one will rattle out. And Hamilton's out. Campbell has the matchup on Lopez. Ignores it, finds Magnate. Hamilton can't leave him that open because he will punish you every time. Time out, New Zealand, 6-14. Tassie lead once again, doing damage on the road.
Terrible communications. We checked the Amy replay. And Bryce Hamilton, you cannot stuff this up. Sam Meninga and Isaiah Brockington. Isaiah's calling a switch. Sam wasn't so sure. Somebody's got to stay attached to this man. That's just way too easy.
That's a coach killer, and that's the reason we're sitting here in a Tangerine timeout. But Isaiah Brockington spoke on something that New Zealand has just struggled to do so far this year.
You have a few more home games here, and then we don't see you for a long time in November. Have you guys talked about the importance of taking care of home base before you hit those long road trips?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about it. You know, we just want to represent, you know, home court well, represent the country well. So, you know, definitely that motivates us a little bit extra every night, motivated us in practice this week through film and through practice.
Isaiah Brockington, he was the Blitz MVP.
He was very good.
How
long ago was that?
It was quite a while ago, but you know what, Damon? Much like you love to have your grievances heard,
yeah,
you gave him a nickname. You only give nicknames to the best players in the league.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that he can't get to that point, but we're going to need to see a little bit more aggression.
And next year, I'm going to just chill for a while, not let the preseason go to my head. As Taylor Britt checks in for PJC.
Someone who's really taken advantage of the minutes that he's been given. Taylor Britt. Meninga. Finds Britt again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Counted by Bannon. Draws the foul. Go to the line for two.
Man, I've been singing his praises for, I guess, the whole season, but when he posts up, he does a great job. If he feels you try to body up on him, he spins off of you. If you try to just use a forearm or an arm lift and try to gap him, he just eats up that space and gets into your chest. A very talented scorer from so many different angles.
One shot.
And would you believe me, Felix, if I told you that Sam Meninga is only averaging 25 minutes a game? Do you think that's a bit low?
You are the minutes police, and I respect your authority.
Lieutenant of it.
Lieutenant of the minutes police. You got a lot of societies that you're a member of, and that's one of them. But certainly is, and you know what? It's hard to argue because when he's out there, he does give a lot of production. So clearly, what they're doing working as Hamilton tries to step back. 6-point lead of the JackJumpers.
Good kick out.
And turns it down. Britt in the corner. Way off. So there's his teammate, as any good teammate does there to clean it up.
I like seeing Isaiah Brockington aggressive like that in transition. Maybe not going to be a whole lot of plays running the half court, but if he can get a rebound and go coast to coast and make something happen, Perry Coppin will be wrapped with that.
Tiger Campbell, as easy as you like. Perry Coppin will hate looking at that, but Scott Roth will love it. Slicing his way through the paint. Lopez drags the pivot foot.
Hey, Cam, Breakers down 6 already, 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Are you seeing any worrying signs?
Oh, definitely. I mean, they started off strong, but it's just too easy for the JackJumpers right now. They're able to pick them apart too easy. I sat into the JackJumpers timeout just a minute ago. Scott Roth talking about just taking care of the defensive glass and not leaving their feet on the Sam Meninga shot fakes, but everything else seems to be going the JackJumpers' way.
Going the Jackie way?
Jackie way, it always needs to be trademarked. And again, another team that was probably underappreciated with their signings. Once again, proving everyone wrong. Good pressure from the Breakers.
TJ Starks checks in. Don't know how much longer he's going to stay in the country, in the league.
Has a contract signed, got a deal in China. Ready to go. I believe he's got a bit of wiggle room on that where he can stay for a few extra games, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to see him for the entire season. Air gets into the paint, turns it over. Brockington's out the other way. Nice hesitation through the chest of Magnay.
That's what I'm talking about, Isaiah.
That's what we saw in the preseason.
Aggressive in transition. That's where you got to live.
Another turnover for the JackJumpers. Davidson through their coast upstairs and almost the baptism, but pulls it at the last second too nonetheless.
Carlton Davidson gives us one of those a game. This makes us just almost fall off our seat.
Hamilton working. Back-to-back turnovers for the JackJumpers, looking to steady the ship. 2-point ball game. Hamilton finds Magno, who's going to draw the contact and go to the line. Ruben Tarangi not happy with it.
Benier got caught up in the air. Turnover, Isaiah being aggressive right in the Will Magna's chest. And that'll get your confidence up. And Scott Roth is going into the bench a little deeper. Young Jacob Richards checks in because you need that depth in that front court.
Certainly do. And I'll tell you what, basketball is just non-stop at the moment on Saturday, October 18. This Saturday, the WNBL, it's heading to John Cain Arena. Opal's captain, Kayla George, is going to light up the court in Flyers colours for the very first time, while Jade Melbourne returns to the WNBL. What a superstar she is. Grab your tickets at WNBL.com.au. It is a new era. The logo's grown on me. I didn't like it at the start, but it's grown on me, and I cannot wait. I'll be there at John Cain Arena, ready to tip that one off.
Bring it on.
Brockington, he's been aggressive, gets right up, a nice double pump. And he gives a little flex to the crowd.
This is Blitz Brockington.
Blitz,
this is the one that we, this is the one we
got
saw
another
fit.
nickname. We got another nickname. JackJumpers looking to weather this run. Air looks for the Kareem hook.
Reese Carter running the hook. No good.
Under 2 minutes remain in the first term. 2-point ball game. Tarangi hard to the rim. Rolls off. And TJ Starks baited in by Taylor Britt into the offensive foul. We'll have a look at the Amy replay on this one. It looked from peripheral vision, but Taylor Britt just getting a little handsy there and just undisciplined there from...
Yeah.
You got to know better than that, Damon.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, Taylor Britt still failed extremely well, but you still can't do
There
that.
was some exaggeration there, but it wasn't without contact.
Where am I standing right now?
Bryce Hamilton is played 8.5. He's going to play the whole quarter, and I would love to see him play 40 minutes. Because I don't know if anybody's played a 40-minute game yet this season. I could be wrong.
Brockington just being incredibly physical, working through the chest, and a little reverse lay-in from Rob Lowe.
And that's how Rob Lowe got that offensive rebound due to Isaiah getting on the rim, being aggressive.
Air. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Starks. Hesitation, steps back, gets it blocked away. Great defensive possession and a shot clock violation for the Breakers.
That is tremendous defense. Isaiah Brockington playing both ends of the floor.
And dare I say, Isaiah Brockington walking with a little more of a strut than we've seen him in the past few games. And with that music blaring in the background, no wonder why. Darling into the game. Brockington full of confidence. Britt through the middle. Easy lay-in for two. The New Zealand Breakers have wrestled back the lead.
Taylor Britt has not troubled to score too much this season, but I know he's a capable scorer. Great penetration and finish.
Risky pass handled well by Williamson. Air. Another risky pass. The young Kobe Williamson just gets a bit of welcome to the NBL, wrestled away by Rob Lowe.
Due to the depth issues, young Kobe Williamson, Seattle University, if I'm not mistaken.
Seattle University.
Yep. Kobe, as well as Jacob Richards, are going to have to provide some minutes. They don't have to provide a bunch of points.
4 seconds left on the clock. PJC up top, the double team. Wide open, Max Darling in the corner, and a wedgie. Oh, no sense of theatre there from Brockington. Just let it sit, my man. Let it sit. A 2-point lead to the New Zealand Breakers. Quarter time. Welcome back to Spark Arena. It was the JackJumpers who got off to a hot start, but the Breakers wrestled back the momentum. And they lead by 2 at quarter time, and Damon Lowry, the writing on the wall for the Breakers. In all 6 games they've played so far this year, the team that was leading at quarter time has gone on to win the game.
So what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying the writing on the wall is looking very, very good if you're wearing black and blue. Starks gets it picked away by Davidson. PJC in transition. The seas part like Moses.
Normally it's the other way around. Parker getting the assist, but it was Colin Davidson this time in transition.
And again, the pass
Oh,
away.
that Tigers pass.
That may have been a turnover. Darling goes upstairs and flushes it.
That was an awesome alley-oop play, but was that Tiger Campbell's turnover?
I think I see it, but I don't believe it.
Oh, no, not another one. Okay, calm down.
Almost.
Block first.
We look at the Amy replay here. Almost a double turnover for the unturnoverable Tiger Campbell as Max Darling goes upstairs. He's going upstairs, but let's go downstairs to Cam Glidden. What are you hearing?
Yeah, lads, in the first quarter break with Scott Roth, and he comes in and draws up a play real calmly, and I think he's pretty casual here, and then absolutely berates his team for their effort in the paint, giving up too many offensive rebounds, and every bucket for the Breakers in the paint, he really challenged them to toughen up.
Well, the Breakers, their arch nemesis is the boards. They've lost each of their last 12 that they've lost the rebound count. So the key to the Breakers is get on the boards.
Scott Roth does not care that they're a little bit compromised with all the injuries. He still expects guys to do their job. But the 2 small guards out there on the floor as Parker gets into the key, finishes. Kobe Williamson and Ben Ayer, somebody else is going to have to step up.
6-0 run to start the quarter here for New Zealand. Ayer, can he stem the bleeding? Starks. 10 seconds on the shot clock. JackJumpers is struggling to find a rhythm. Off the back iron. PJC again just finds his way right into the paint. The circus finish. Timeout, Scott Roth and the Tassie JackJumpers. They've been on the road for a long time.
Sound like a broken record talking about how dangerous the one-man human fast break is. TJ Starks thought he did a pretty good job cutting him off, but Parker just spun on him. Got into the key for a deuce. And now they have a 10-point lead with the Tangerine timeout.
Well, Tiger Campbell is new to the JackJumpers, but he knows a whole lot about the culture that Scott Roth represents, and he spoke about it earlier.
Jackie's 4-2 at the moment, but he's always seemed to find a way to win those close games. Now, we all talk about the Jackie's culture. Is that what kind of gives you that edge, you think, or is it something else?
I think the culture definitely has something to do with it. But I think just at the end of the games, we know that it's going to be a tough 40 minutes. That every team we play is going to put down their best foot, and we just look to do the same.
He's a superstar and really found a diamond in the rough there in Tiger Campbell. We hadn't heard a huge amount about him before he came to our shores, but did have a little turnover before and almost a second one, but he is so safe with the ball.
He is.
A second coach on the floor.
He certainly is, and I was very familiar with him. Not his professional career before he got here, but obviously in college, watched Tiger Campbell lead UCLA Bruins to a national championship game. But I know a pure point guard when I see one, and I just love the point guard plays. A lot of them in the league this season. But who's going to score the points for the Tasmania JackJumpers? I'm going to have to probably play Bryce Hamilton, not only 38 minutes, but he's going to have the ultimate green light to get some shots up. So between him and Josh Bannon, those 2 guys are going to have to combine for 50, Felix, to stay competitive in this game.
It's a lot of points. Campbell harassed by PJC in the backcourt. Bannon here to help out. Good footwork by Bannon. Cannot get the finish. And the poor man Zion Williamson gets the rebound.
Look at him run the floor.
Oh, Meninga, great defense there from Marshall. A 14-0 run going in to the last quarter for the New Zealand Breakers.
I like Petrie Coppin leaving Max Darling out there to start this second quarter because he put him on late in the fourth. He's done that in previous games, let him finish the quarter with maybe a minute or two to go. But he's played well, and he's starting for the second quarter. He got an alley-oop dunk. He got a defensive stop. And we remember the work that he did last season. Max Darling is no scrub.
He came onto the scene last year, and so much so that I got a text message just before labeling him as the poor man Zion. Another turnover for the JackJumpers. Can the Breakers add to their 14-0 run? Liafa, he's had trouble from the outside this year. It continues.
That was a good defensive post play by Carlin Davidson to come on with that steal. But the hit with the pick pack.
Hamilton can't finish. Nice. $100 move and a 10-cent finish. Jackson Cartwright gets a crossover into his own. Nice pass there, but Anger is going to flush it.
Good job. And what an understatement. Good job. Parker just made it all happen.
Marshall, they need a bucket and they need it now. They can't get it here. Darling comes up with the board. 16-0 run. Foot violation right now. The Tassie JackJumpers and Scott Roth need to find a way to do something because this game is getting out of hand. It's 12 points at the moment, but the momentum, to say that it's with New Zealand is an understatement.
Well, 3.5 minutes played so far, and Tassie have not scored. They just need a bucket by anybody.
Liafa through the middle, finds Menenga. He's been forced down low. Well defended by Magnay. And the turnovers continue to pile up.
Is that Tigers?
That's not on Tiger, unfortunately for you. That is that will be on Hamilton, the passer. Not much that Tiger Campbell could have done without that one. BJC up top. Appears to have shaken all concern of the rib injury. Davidson just teases us going upstairs.
Carlin, you know you're supposed to turn that over with the left hand, man.
Magnay is going to work his way to the line to hopefully, for the sake of the JackJumpers, end an 18-0 run.
That's not a good call. Block three. Block.
When Carlin takes that 1-2 gather step and elevates right down the middle, he's that right-left, just dropped it in. Playing some real good basketball in his minutes. Will Magnay made his last two, goes to the stripe to try to stop the bleeding.
There's been 3 times I'm going up and they're hitting my arms. They're not going vertical.
Referees like whatever.
So you can help me with that as well, so we're working together on that. When you guys come together on the pitch and you both slow dancing like this, that makes it a bit hard to control. You keep your hold down as well. It's really clear.
Referee Mike's picking up some inner sanctum type discussion there between the Breakers and the officials.
I don't mind a nice little conversation backward and forward, as long as it doesn't go too long.
And Vaughn Mabry and the experienced officiating team tonight will certainly have no issues with that. And Magnay 0 for 2 at the stripe.
And when the free throw shooter gets his own rebound, that will upset a coach to no end.
Scott Roth, one of the best coaches in the league. They need to find a way to get that ball in the bucket quick. Bannon, guarded by Darling. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Steps around. Way off. And the Breakers, can they pile more on? Jackson Cartwright. Davison from outside. Magnay will clean that up.
Carlin's been 37%, I believe, 3 of 7 from the three-point line. So not really good, actually, but that shot right there was not the one. It's Josh Bannon.
Bannon with a nice fake. He'll earn his way to the line.
4.5 minutes played, Felix. No points for the JackJumpers so far. These free throws have got to go in.
A horror start to the quarter for the Tassie JackJumpers. And that man's got his work cut out for him. to find a way to get through that New Zealand defense.
Those was big-time minutes by Max Darling. He's a plus 16. Played 4.5 that quarter.
Doubleheader tonight. The Bullets taking on undefeated Melbourne United. 7:30 p.m. right after this one. And Josh Bannon bounces that off the rim. The JackJumpers cannot get into the locker room quick enough at this moment. There's still 5 minutes, 27 to go in the quarter.
Oh, wow.
From bad to worse, 0 for 4 on their last 2 trips. An 18-0 run to the New Zealand Breakers. Lopez. Menenga on the block. He's been aggressive against Magnay. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. Gets in deep. Oh, smart by Magnay to tip it away.
Taking full advantage of the FIBA rules.
The Breakers will retain possession here, 14 on the clock.
Hey, Cam, do you feel like a 14-point lead is big enough considering the Jackies only got 18 points, shooting at 26%, 28%?
I don't think it is, guys. Like, we've seen the Breakers this season go on big runs, and it's when the other team goes on runs that we really see their true colors. So when the JackJumpers inevitably go on their run, let's see how the Breakers handle it.
I feel like they need a bigger cushion going into the half.
It's 14 points, David.
I don't think 14 is enough.
The JackJumpers, I will to give them credit. This is probably the worst basketball that I've seen them play in a quarter in the history of their franchise. So this will not continue for the entire game, but they need to find a way to stem the bleeding right now because the New Zealand Breakers on an 18-0 run. And the JackJumpers cannot even find the points at the free throw line. 0 of 4 on their last 4 attempts. Hamilton, can he do it from outside? He can't. Wow. Menenga with the board. Britt deep into the paint, pulls up off the back iron. Lopez will come up with the rebound.
Get out, Sam!
Brockington, 4 seconds on the shot clock, steps back.
Breakers can't quite hit that shot to really stretch this lead out. So as long as it's around this range.
And Hamilton gets in, and finally the JackJumpers at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter get their first points. Tarangi. That one will come off Will Magnay on the rebound attempt. Wow.
Great job by Sam Menenga. You don't get a stat for that, but he kept that alive with his hustle. Went off Will Magnay's head. The Jackies are not going to panic.
Well, if there's ever a time to panic, it'd be on a 20-0 run, but that has been stifled with a bucket on the other end. All things considered, Damon, it is only a 12-point margin considering the run from New Zealand.
You see what I'm saying? It's not enough right now.
Well, it's certainly not enough. JackJumpers well and truly in this ball game, which is remarkable considering the scoring run. Lopez with an easy 2.
Great job, Ruben Tarangi, for being patient enough to let that mismatch develop. Get Kareem Lopez by the basket on young, small Ben Air.
Hamilton pulls up, bottom of the net.
I wouldn't have a problem with Bryce Hamilton taking 30 shots in this particular game, given how short-handed they are on the offensive end.
Lopez finds an avenue baseline. Euro steps, gets the pass tipped away, but the Breakers will retain possession. Off the back iron. Hamilton works through the paint.
On the pass.
Now, transition defense has historically been the Breakers, one of the Breakers' Achilles heels. And right now, we're witnessing some of that. That's twice that Bryce Hamilton has got a rebound and gone coast to coast and made something happen. The Breakers want to tidy that bit up.
That man was just sitting a little easier right now, considering they've got a chance to cut this to a 10-point ball game, still with a lot of game left to play. An 18-0 run. Stifled from the New Zealand Breakers, and the JackJumpers just started to make a little run of their own.
If somebody's leaking for the Jackies.
We got a bleeder.
Thank you.
In comes young Nick Stoddard,
2 shots everyone, 2.
who you better respect because he's a bit of a sniper.
Stoddard's a guy that could come into this ball game and light a couple out from outside and give him a whole lot of confidence.
Watch out.
Hamilton, 10 points to his name in his first half. Can't convert the second. An 11-point lead to the Breakers. Lopez. That's an NBA move. It might look simple, but...
And that was an old school flex cut.
Little fadeaway jumper. We've seen a whole lot more of that as this season wears on. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Hamilton, nice cross.
Good pass.
Even better pass to Magno, who tries a little circus reverse.
Bryce Hamilton's ball screen work is extremely nice because he keeps that ball low to the ground, too. Great pass. Can the JackJumpers convert? They 6 of 12 from the foul line, leaving a lot on the table.
Well, you mentioned that one of the areas of Will Magno's game that he needs to get better is at the line, and that's a good start. Converts the pair, which is above what his percentages would suggest would happen, Damon.
5 of 8 for Will. You'll take that.
PJC works off the low screen. Tarangi aggressive to the hoop. Can't get the finish, but Rob Lowe will clean it up and convert.
That's good to see. They ran a little flex offense, flex cut action. Ruben Tarangi put his head down, went hard to the rack, and Rob Lowe.
Timeout Tasmania, a Tangerine timeout. Damon, you've alluded to it a couple of times. Right now, Tassie are the ones that needs to make changes. What does that man need to do? Scott Roth just whacks the camera away.
Well, that's first thing. Can't have
Let's have a list. Well, you know what? I reckon instead of getting it direct from you, I reckon we go direct from him.
If you don't rebound, it don't matter. They still haven't made but one outside shot, and everything's in the paint because we haven't rebounded the ball. So across the board, 2 hands, and that's the first priority. I mean, they got 25 points in the paint, and they're just putbacks and rebounds. You got to go step up and jump, and you got to rip it out of it like you want it. Let's go let's try to get a 77 in transition and flow into something. The next time down, though, if we got to walk up here, we're in zip 5. All right? Ready? Together. 1, 2, 3, together.
For a man who we've seen show intense emotion after victories, we know he can raise his voice, stays remarkably cool, calm, and collected in timeouts where he would have every reason to berate his team.
Scott Roth has seen so much basketball, it's not even funny. So this isn't a situation that's foreign to him, but he had to let his team know we've given up 10 offensive rebounds, and 25 of the 38 breaker points are in the paint.
Under 2 minutes remain in the first half. A game of runs mostly to the Breakers, 18-0.
Scott Roth just apologized to the cameraman over there, too. They just don't think that he's
just smacking it away. Hamilton pressured. Bannon, that pass is tipped off.
Replay center. I think the drop off might have ran on a little bit late. We're just reviewing the clock.
I'd almost consider doubling Bryce Hamilton on everything he does. Any ball screen, any dribble handoff, because he's the guy on the team who's going to make something really happen. Obviously, Josh Bannon can score and will as well, but if you take Bryce out of the picture.
JackJumpers hampered with injury as Ben Air gets into the paint for a little scoop. Low, hand off to Lopez. Magnay forced out, and Rob Lowe will get the advantage down low.
Good pass by Kareem. Rob Lowe's had a quiet start to the season as well, so it's good to see him stepping up.
3 for 3 from the field for Rob Lowe, always efficient. Never plays outside of himself. Magnay gets into the paint too easy. Ben Air just tests the ribs out of PJC.
Oh, that's an unnecessary foul. They had fouls to give, but that's not the point. Well, Magnay needs to protect himself because you never know what can happen later down the road.
White 22. Replay center, I think that's backcourt. Is that correct? Replay center, backcourt. I've got backcourt by about a metre. Backcourt. Replay center, can you hear me?
Just the one personal foul for Magnay, so nothing to worry about yet.
In the backcourt, mate.
True.
We got bonus. I come back this way. Here we go. I did say it.
Jackson Cartwright as Ben Air aggressively fights over the screen. Pulls up. Off the rim, but a foul on the rebound.
White, standing screen.
Whistled on Josh Bannon.
Rob Lowe once again.
Here you go, baseline.
Shot Parker shoots the 3-ball. And Rob Lowe gets good inside position on Josh.
He's never going to be the most athletic man on the floor, but he's a wily old veteran that knows how to get position.
I wonder if Pettery Coppinen has an alley-oop play for Carlton Davidson. I want to ask him that next time I
I'd
see
be
him.
almost certain that there's one in the playbook, but they're not going to run it right here. Jackson Cartwright. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Rob Lowe, that's his specialty. Not that time. Shot clock is off. 19 seconds remain in the half. 11-point margin to the Breakers. Can the JackJumpers cut it down? Stoddard. Hard on the left. Nice little spin fake. Gets into the paint and a bucket. One last shot here for the Breakers. A prayer from halfway. PJC just off the rim. And what could have been a disastrous result for the JackJumpers didn't end up too bad. Just the 9-point lead after an 18-0 run to the New Zealand Breakers. Just a 9-point lead at the half.
I never felt good about it, Felix. It was 14 points. They never stretched it out. They couldn't make those shots to get that lead out to 20 or something really, manageable. But credit to the JackJumpers. They just stayed the course. They just hang around, getting some good contributions from guys you don't see a whole lot of playing time from. Now they go into the half with a manageable deficit.
Cam's downstairs with the superstar, Isaiah Brockington.
Yeah, Brock, very aggressive start for you on the offensive end, but talk to me about the defensive end. Looks like you guys have come another level tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we're just feeding off of the energy in the crowd, feeding off of each other. We wanted to come out and just be disruptive. This team runs a lot of actions, moves around a lot, so we just wanted to try and keep them from being comfortable.
Yeah, you guys have gone on some spectacular runs this year in this building, but when the other team goes on their runs, sometimes you guys have faltered. How do you keep this pace?
I mean, it starts with me, really. Just being a leader and then just being aggressive on both ends. I feel like the guys feed off of that, they respond to that. So just making sure that we don't waver in our approach. I mean, it's a game of runs, it's basketball, but as long as we stay aggressive and as long as I keep doing my job, we'll be okay.
Awesome. Best of luck, mate.
Yes, sir.
The Breakers taking it to the third place JackJumpers. A 9-point lead to New Zealand at halftime. The second half not far away.
getting it done. Okay, well this is all right. You can help mum out, right? Okay, are you ready to go? In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Nine-point lead to the New Zealand Breakers as Max Darling goes upstairs and flushes it. Ever since the halfway mark of the second quarter, the Breakers just grabbed a hold of this game and throttled all the way to an 18-0 run. Damon Lowry and the JackJumpers did a good job at the back end of that half to be able to fight that lead in a little bit. And all things considered, a fairly respectable 9-point lead.
They double throttled?
They double throttled. I'm not sure what a single throttle would be, but I guess they double throttled this one.
They're doing enough. They're just doing enough. Tasmania got on top of them a little early. They fought back, got a lead, and then stretched the lead out to 14 points. But like I said, I just felt like the league should have been bigger considering Tasmania only had 18 points at the half. Now the game could go either way. 9-point lead is still better than the alternative, but I would have liked to have seen them put their foot down a little more.
Both teams somewhat doing this by committee, but when we look at Parker Jackson Cartwright, we're used to really, really big numbers, but 8 points, 3 assists, still nothing to cough at.
Well, the JackJumpers are not going to let you get too loose. They're not going to let Parker get off the chain too much, but he is still going to be very aggressive in transition, picking his spots. And this one thing Parker does well, out of a pick and roll, if you just bag up a little bit, he will shoot that ball. Now, he only has the 8 points, but he's in danger, his dangerous man, of trying to pile on lots of points, and you definitely have to be careful around him. Known thief, been thieving in the league for years. So right now, Parker's having a solid game without being great, but it's still 20 minutes to go.
We have a look at his Blackmore shot chart. Mum, do you think that Parker Jackson Cartwright's been as aggressive? We've done a lot of New Zealand games. Do you think he's been as aggressive distributing scoring that we've seen him in other games? I
feel like he's offensively probably not to shoot the ball, but he's got that much more depth around him. I think he's doing a better job of distributing the ball. So 8 points on his Blackmore shot chart, 4 of 6, 3 dimes.
His what?
Blackmore shot chart.
I'm pretty sure you said the Blackboard shot charts. The Blackmore shot chart is what we're going to roll with. The one thing I see there, I see the 6 attempts. And while for anyone else that's a normal number, PJC year in, year out is the heart and soul of this team, and we want to see him put up a lot.
He's got a lot of mouths to feed. Sam Meninga, he's got his imports. We haven't seen a whole lot of Rob Baker in that second quarter, but Parker will take the shots when need be.
It's a doubleheader. We got Melbourne United taking on the Brisbane Bullets. And who else to bring in than Ariana Prather, who's going to be courtside for the game. Ariana, first off, right off the bat, fantastic job hosting the Ignite Cup. I thought you were absolutely amazing. First time in the chair, you wouldn't have even known it.
Oh, thank you, Felix. I was super nervous because I knew I had big shoes to fill, so I'm glad I was able to at least hold my own.
Size 13. So certainly, you don't have to wear the RMs out there, though. But what's the energy like right now for Brisbane?
You know, I think Brisbane coming off of a huge win on the road, I feel like they feel the confidence that they need to be able to at least hold their own against Melbourne United tonight. So I'm excited to see how the youngsters perform again. Tane Murray, Alex Dukas, I think Lamar Patterson also had a great game. And even though Jalen Adams didn't put up a lot of points, he still had about 3-4 steals, which was huge.
Ariana, speaking of Jalen, have you heard anything down there about who's starting at the point? Will they go with Tristan Devers, or does Jalen get back into the starting lineup?
Listen, I'm sneaking into people's huddles. I'm trying to listen in on people's conversations. I have not been able to get word on whether or not Jalen Adams will get his starting spot back. If I'm being real, I think no. I don't. I think that Tristan Devers should continue.
It's certainly going to be one to watch there. Well, the game starts at 7:30, so you've got a bit more time to try to go out there and eavesdrop. We look forward to listening to you for the game.
That's right. And just one thing before I go, we are on CG43 History Watch. He is only 2 3-pointers away from becoming the third most 3-pointers made in NBL history. So, John, really move out the way. I believe he's going to get that tonight.
Yeah, that's a lock.
You sound like a Perth Wildcats fan saying, John, really move out the way. That's what they've been tweeting all week. He's a great man, and I'm sure he'll be fine with CG43 taking him over. Thank you, Ariana. We look forward to listening to you.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to cut to a break. The second half is not far away. A 9-point lead to the New Zealand Breakers, but the Jackies at the back end of the half, they were marching and marching and marching and getting closer and closer. How close can they get? Welcome back to Spark Arena to be a fly on the wall of the JackJumpers halftime address. Scott Roth, we know he can get fiery. He doesn't quite do it at the timeouts, Damon Lowry, but we know when he's in that four walls of the locker room, he's one of the best at firing his group up. So are they going to be able to answer in this second half?
Like I said, the Tasmania JackJumpers under Scott Roth's leadership will never shoot themselves in the foot, and they will always give themselves a chance to win. Defense travels, holding the Breakers to 40 points at a half. That is a score that they can catch. So the Breakers want to make sure they come out in this third quarter and stamp their authority on this game.
Well, let's go courtside to Cam Glidden, who for some reason has still not been able to locate his tie, even though the top button's done up.
Yeah, lads, I think for Tassie to get back in this game, they need to get some clean defensive rebounds and get out and run. Try to create some real easy shots like Bryce Hamilton has a few times. And then also, just give the ball to Tiger Campbell more. Let him operate off that on-ball a bit more. And to rebut your tie joke, mate, the uneducated remark you made, it's 19 degrees here, partly sunny. It's too hot for a tie.
It's partly sunny. I forgot that they didn't have a roof on Spark Arena, my mate. Hey, one more thing. An 18-0 run. What was the energy like in the building during that?
Yeah, it was great. It's getting pumped up. Like, the guys are getting the crowd into it. But hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this has happened. We saw him go on a 15-0 run against the Perth Wildcats for the Wildcats to reverse it and go on a 17-0 run back. So they need to hold stead right here.
Fantastic work, Cammy. And is history doomed to repeat itself, Damon, or are we going to see them buck the trend? Remember, I spoke earlier, in the 6 games that New Zealand Breakers have played, whoever led at quarter time has gone on to win. Second half underway, 9-point margin. The Breakers, only the 1 win on the season. The JackJumpers, a horror start to the year in terms of having to play road games, but they've made the most of it. Won 3 out of 4. Rockington, nothing but net.
An aggressive move. Didn't settle, didn't pick his dribble up after a couple of dribbles. Backed his scoring ability on Will Magnate. Got the deuce. Good start.
JackJumpers played on Wednesday in the Ignite Cup, got on the flight straight to New Zealand. Do you reckon that's going to play any havoc on a team that's already a little short-handed towards the back end of this game, Dave?
Shut your mouth.
Nice move there from Bryce Hamilton. Can't finish.
Flop. That was always going to be a blocking foul. Great job by Isaiah. Great job by Parker kicking it ahead, because when he's in transition, he's a different beast. Magnay was never in position. And won.
Rockington, a man who's had his fair share of comments about the start of his year. 12 points to his name with a chance to add another at the line. And a timeout. An early timeout from Tasmania.
We saw a 10-second timeout called yesterday in the Adelaide game. And now we've got a 53-second timeout called in this third quarter.
Sometimes you just got to nip it in the bud and get control of it. But the way that they started the second quarter, Scott Roth definitely doesn't want to see that in this third term.
He's got to get some more scoring options. Obviously, Bryce Hamilton's going to do the heavy lifting, but 10 points for Bryce, 9 for Will Magnay. Who's the third scorer? Somebody else is going to have to chip in. I don't care if it's one person or by committee. They need to generate more points. We saw Southeast Melbourne Phoenix yesterday with 24 or 27 points at the half. And now here's Tasmania sitting on 31. You don't often win games, Phoenix, with that low of an output in the half of basketball.
So it turns out we've got a coach's challenge here, which is on a call that I always reckon is the worst coach's challenge you can go to, which is the block charge call. And it's going to be unsuccessful here. The feet certainly moving as he made his way through there. And Isaiah Brockington maintaining legal position the whole way through.
The integrity of the game is still intact, because if that would have got reversed, then I just don't know what's going on.
It's always a tough challenge. The block charge, you can make a case either way. There is a world where you could have said that that was a charge.
I don't see the world that you could have said that.
You could make it. If you took it to court, there's some sort of precedent somewhere around the world I could bring up to argue that that was a charge. But not this case. A good call by the officials, and they've backed it up. Brockington knocks in his 13th point, starting to find some form. 14-point lead, the largest of the game for New Zealand. Magnay. Campbell from the corner. It's off the side of the backboard, and Brockington's out. He started the quarter hot. Can't get the finish there, but Lopez will play volleyball with it. And Campbell, nice pass to Magnay.
What a turn of events that was. Missed layup up one end, missed tip, leads to a layup up the other. I don't know if Will Magnay ever left the key.
Comedy of errors. Brockington steps back. He is all aggression at the start of this third quarter.
Not mad at it either. Don't mind it.
Hamilton loses control of the dribble, but it'll stay with Tazzy.
I don't see it come off his leg. I just see it tipped out. Here we go, white ball, white.
There's been 23s attempted by both teams, Felix. Only one is made. JackJumpers 1 of 7 from downtown. The Breakers 0 for 13.
That's the man they need to get going in Bryce Hamilton. Started the game with a couple of buckets, but we haven't seen too much of him since. 10 points still to his name. Jackson Cartwright pulls up. That's his shot.
Great pull-up caught Will Magnay in no man's land, playing a bit of a drop defense on that pick and roll. Parker made him pay.
Ten on the shot clock. Campbell gets rid of puck. Jackson Cartwright almost loses the ball himself. Marshall will get a chance at it. 3 on the clock. They've got to put it up. Hamilton cashes it.
Talk about using up the whole shot clock. Thought it was a couple of turn down shots, but nevertheless, Bryce Hamilton got it to go.
BJC with a nice feed to Meninga. We haven't seen too much of.
They're out of vertical. Your arms are out of vertical, but he goes up.
I feel like it could be this simple when they do decide to go with this 2-man game with Parker and Sam Meninga. If they switch, just give the ball to Sam down low. It's simple. If they don't switch and play any kind of a drop defense, Parker is a mid-range bandit.
What I saw there was contact that didn't reflect how far you flew. Flew back.
Mark Mills said he flew a long way.
I think you're a bit stronger than that.
And the ref Mike's doing a great job of picking up this conversation.
You got to be straight up and down. Yeah, look, you got to expect a little bit of contact, but yeah.
11-point lead to the Breakers. 14 was the highest. Campbell. 8 seconds on the clock. Gets into the paint. So tight. So safe with the ball.
Shot fake, jab, very fundamental. Got Kareem Lopez hopping all over the place. And Perry Copeland goes back with Max Darden, who had a very good second quarter.
Darden with a nice feed, and Lopez showing all of his 6'10" frame with a nice little spin. JackJumpers just hanging around. Bannon bottom of the net.
I was just thinking that Josh Bannon needs to get more involved. Only had the 4 shots leading up to that bucket.
Back
Brings
to the
his title
half-time
to
margin.
6.
Lopez will pick up the contact on the way through. Have you been working on your Spanish more? I know you've been on the Duolingo app.
On the flight back from Adelaide this morning, I was sitting next to mi amiga from España.
Oh, no.
Had a nice little chat.
Poor bloke wouldn't know what hit him. Out of
think-
all the people to sit next to, is the American that wanted to tell him how to speak Spanish.
No, I said amiga. That means female.
Well, there we go. Now you're in trouble with your wife. BJC. Guarded by Campbell. Has the speed advantage. Finds Darling on the outside. Oof. A little too strong. A little too much bench press, Max. Hamilton.
That was a better defensive transition by the Breakers. Make them play half-court basketball.
The New Zealand Breakers certainly helped by the fact the JackJumpers 0 from 14 on the Breakers. 0 from 14 from 3. BJC into the paint. That's his pull-up.
Yeah.
You're in a whole lot of trouble if you let him get that close.
Parker took his time and got to his spot. Something good about to happen right here.
Well guarded by Tiger Campbell. Remarkable, a 11-point lead with no hits from outside the three-point line. Can Lopez change that? The commentators curse. He can. He hits it. And the crowd goes crazy. Not often are you going crazy for 1 for 15, but you are when you're 1 for 1 on as many attempts.
And Kareem Lopez came into this game shooting 47%, and not on a small sample size. As we look at the Amy replay, Sam Meninga drew the double team. Max Darty makes the extra pass, and it's cash.
Hey, Damon, what's Spanish for we finally hit a three-point shot?
I have to get back to you on that one. Lead back out to 14. They just throwing enough jabs to keep Tasmania at arm's length.
The Breakers haven't been able to get past that 14-point margin. Don't forget Melbourne taking on Brisbane coming up 7:30 p.m. after this game. Doubleheader for your Friday night. Melbourne undefeated. Can they continue their roles? Hamilton just getting his Harlem Globetrotters on. Referee, that's a go.
Used to call that cuff back in the day. Can't dribble the ball over your shoulder.
1.7 seconds left on the shot clock here.
You have 1.7 on the shot clock. Can't run.
Starks. The rainbow ball doesn't go.
Hey, Cam, I see Pettery Coppinen. He's sticking to his guns by playing lots of guys. He's got 9 guys averaging double figures. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with your sentiments about it. It is a bit strange, but nice tip in by Rob Baker. But when I see Isaiah Leafa with a +17, a Max Darling with a +17, and a Carlin Davison with a +18, you can't help but agree with him today to go in deep into his bench.
Fair enough.
Yeah, can't convert the 2. Leafa, little double pump off the back rim, and he hasn't been able to find his stroke off the last couple of seasons.
Got to send a double.
Bannon with the mismatch. Looks to draw a bit of contact. The ref will let it go. Hamilton from deep. Off front rim.
Josh Bannon should have made a quicker move when he had Isaiah on him. Thought he took too long.
Lopez has the mismatch with Ben Ayer.
Just take him to the box.
Leafa finds Baker up top, but he'll lose control of it. New Zealand Breakers currently sitting last on the ladder, taking it to the 3rd place Tassie JackJumpers. 16-point lead, largest of the ball game.
Kareem Lopez should have took Ben Ayer right to the body shop.
The JackJumpers just starting to show a little bit of fatigue. 4 games on the road to start their season.
Tough shot by Taylor Britt. Tough shot. Don't know if that was a shot Perry Carpenter wanted to see, but they're defending. Breakers only have 9 points in 7.5 minutes.
Air pulls up, gets a bit of contact for his troubles, goes unwhistled. Baker, no hesitation.
In rhythm.
For good reason, and he throws him up to his bench.
Because he knew that felt good leaving a hand. Now we talking, if you're a Breaker fan, 19-point lead, all the momentum. Just don't know if the Breakers can generate enough points.
Ed, nice little pocket pass. Finds Bannon. Low.
Good kick out. Deserved better.
Under 2 minutes to go in this third term. The JackJumpers will certainly want to make this an easier task in the fourth quarter than what it is right now. Starks. And Britt all over Bannon.
Black 5.
Pettery Coppin certainly happy with the foul.
Yeah, good foul, because he was definitely compromised. And TJ Starks, 0 for 3. His first game, he was way more aggressive fresh off the plane. Little too tentative for my liking in this particular game.
Williamson hands off to Hamilton. He's going to shake and bake with it on the outside. Bang it off the rim.
Carlton Davidson dodged the bullet. You can't go under that man's screens. You know he's going to pull.
Bit of contact on the backboard there, which is interesting to go unwhistled. Baker goes upstairs, tries to baptize the defender and can't that time. We haven't been able to get too many glimpses of his athleticism.
No, but credit to Kobe Williamson. I'm not going to be your poster.
Under a minute remains in the third term. Another bucket goes wanting from the three-point line for the JackJumpers.
Oh my goodness.
PJC with the easy cross, gets into the paint, scoops it up, bucket.
You see the footwork? If we can get the Amy replay on that one. He did a little skip to my Lou in there. Completely bamboozled Ben Air.
Another turnover for the JackJumpers.
Oh no!
Nice pass there from PJC and a strong finish for Carlton Davidson, who thought there was contact. Shot clock is off, 13 seconds remain. Hamilton with the ball. Air up top. The margin ballooned out to 21 points. It's been a game of runs mostly for the Breakers.
Yeah, I thought Ben Air was risky. Because Carlton teases us every game with one of those. I demand to see an an alley-oop play from Perry Carpenter to Carlton Day. I demand to see it before the season is over.
Starks steps back, off the rim. A convincing lead to the New Zealand Breakers, currently sitting last place on the ladder. Well, they lead by 21 against the third-place JackJumpers, who have certainly had their work cut out for them on the road this season. Fourth quarter, not far away.
A true Breakers fan through and
Welcome back to Spark Arena. PJC lighting it up. And the New Zealand Breakers, they're getting it done. 21 points. They lead this game by the Tasmania JackJumpers with a world of work to do to fight back into this fourth quarter. Haven't been able to get it going on the offensive end of the floor, Damon Larry. What do they need to do in this final term to at least remain in contention?
They got to make some shots, but they got to pick up the pace. I mean, they got to just get up more shot attempts and slow down, kind of use up 18 seconds of the shot clock. They're not going to have enough possessions.
Starks gets into the paint, kicks it out. Almost tipped away. Great start for the JackJumpers. Air for three.
Only their third made 3 out of 15 attempts by being there. They got another run left in them. Will it be enough?
But you can never count a Scott Roth coach team out of a game. We certainly won't be doing that with the JackJumpers. PJC draws a foul.
Yeah, that's not the island the young Kobe Williamson wants to be on. I'm sure they didn't mean to switch this ball screen, but as soon as that happens, you got to come give him some help. That's just too easy for Parker. And the Breakers have done a good job. I mean, look at it. Defensively, holding the Breakers to 63 points, that's solid. It's just like we've been saying, it's just the offensive end. They just don't have enough punch right now.
PJC 15 and 5, just the 5 assists so far, which by his lofty standards.
Don't forget the 0 turnovers.
Stop. Yes, it's after my basket.
No Tiger Campbell to start this fourth term. Oh, there he is out the side.
Tiger just checked in. TJ Starks being aggressive, just missed the layup, but they got to get some shots up and fast.
Menenga. PJC on the outside, gets easily past Ben Air, flips it up and can't finish. Starks has it tipped away. Nice skip pass. And another bucket from outside for Ben Air. Is he going to be the spark plug to get them back in?
Scott Roth is going with the three-guard offense. None of them over 6 foot because he's trying to up the pressure, but now the Breakers got to take advantage of it. Rob Baker's got a mismatch. Lots of mismatches on the floor right now.
Menenga gets Williamson outside of his feet, and Ben Air. A brave effort to contest, but too little too late. That could have been nasty.
Yeah, it could have been. Ben Air ain't taking, he's not backing down. He challenged them. But on the other end, they got to guard them too, so it's going to probably be a shootout for this last 8.5 minutes. Breakers want to be methodical and just get the ball inside.
Watch out, guys. Watch out, guys. Let's go. One bonus, one only.
Menenga converts the extra. Don't forget Melbourne United, the undefeated Melbourne United, the Brisbane Bullets, coming up 7:30 p.m. right after this game.
Somebody suggested that the Melbourne United might not lose another game in 2025. What do you think about that?
They may never lose again. You've said that only a Western Conference champion can come out here and beat them. They're certainly playing good basketball at the moment. We've seen teams start, and then we've seen teams falter. Can't read too much in. Menenga from the outside off the back iron. Teams will fight for it. New Zealand will keep it.
I like the flex offense. One of the oldest plays known to man. Still works if you set picks. Sam Menenga got wide open off of that, just missed it.
$20-point lead. Still time left for the JackJumpers if they can find their rhythm from the outside. Ben Air's opened up with 2 triples from the outside. And Damon, we know shooting's contagious. Nice pass to Davidson, who throws it down. PJC with an absolute dime to the cutting Davidson through the paint. Campbell, can he answer back?
Oh no!
Swatted away. Crowd up on their feet. PJC.
Late, push here.
Fouled on the pass. As we look at the Amy replay of this one.
Nice pocket pass.
A late call for a push.
Carlin
General and Carlin Davidson were about to see the raw athleticism. He says, hey, little big man society. Card denied.
With ease.
Found his way into the rotation after bumping around the NBL for quite a while and just struggling to find any reasonable minutes. He's found himself this year, Carlin Davidson. Brockington can't hit the fadeaway. Marshall. Strong move.
Good take. Good use of his body, young Nick Marshall. I think Nick Marshall's found a home in Hobart as well as Isaiah Brockington goes coast to coast.
$15 points on the night for Isaiah Brockington, who's been looking to find himself a little bit of form. Tasmania in no rush, under 7 minutes remain. Offensive foul.
The 3-point is good. The foul is on White 10. It's a block. We're going this way.
As you can hear there, the shot is going to be good. The foul, as we see here.
I missed it. What did he foul him with?
You know, I like to think my vision's
Did you see
2020, but
Ben, I need you to just breathe, all right?
we might have to look for an explanation here.
I need you to breathe.
It appears the foul must have been called for breathing because we didn't seem to see much there.
I didn't see a kick out. I missed it.
We'll look to get to the bottom of that, what that official call was, but Damon, would you expect to see a little bit more right now from the pace for the JackJumpers considering the margin?
Well, that's what they're doing. They're pressing up full court, but you don't want to press Parker. Let's have a look at this replay and see what did Ben actually do.
Yeah, 10 push 2. What 10? Block 2.
I have no idea.
I've been around this game a long time, and I'm unsure. I'm sure there's...
Ben's going to go straight to the laptop after this game and have a look. And he's going to see what we saw. Nothing.
Unless he had an unregistered firearm on him. I'm not sure what that call was for. Certainly not happy, Ben Air, but that's not the tale of the game. 20-point margin in the New Zealand Breakers, and perplexed Damon.
To say the least. And Ben Air will see no more parts of this game fouling out. So 21-point deficit with 6.5 to go. And I just don't, you know, what can we say?
And the JackJumpers not showing too much.
And one.
7.
Of a rush, and they're going to have to pick the pace up here. 19-point lead for the Breakers. Marshall with a nice chance to finish the and one.
Australia will give the JackJumpers an out, an excuse. But Scott Roth won't. He'll say, I don't care who we have, who's out. We have enough to be competitive.
And don't forget, you can get your Indigenous jerseys online. They're always amazingly popular. There's you get them at NBL store. Indigenous round coming up the 22nd of October to the 3rd of November. And to celebrate Indigenous round across round 6 and 7, you can support your team and purchase their Indigenous jersey.
Unprepared question for you, Felix. Who designed those jerseys? Super unprepared. It'll come to you.
Do the JackJumpers have a chance here, Damon?
I mean, does a snowball have a chance in hell? I mean, you know what? That's harsh. They do. It's only 16 points. 6 minutes to go in the game. The New Zealand Breakers have proven that they're not 100% trustworthy. They don't quite know how to win just yet, but it's going to take some real heavy lifting by the Jackies to pull this one out.
We've seen crazier things in the NBL, and if anyone could pull it off, it's going to be Scott Roth. For the New Zealand Breakers, for a team sitting last on the ladder, playing some good basketball. But again, we have seen this before. We've seen flashes in the pan from the Breakers.
And we've seen teams show up with the wrong attitude. Perth Wildcats against Brisbane Bullets. If you show up with the wrong attitude against any team in this league, you will leave with an L.
We've got bad news for you, Damon. If the New Zealand Breakers win this game, and your Hawkeys are sitting bottom of the ladder, the defending champions.
Yeah, things ain't going so good down there in the Gong right now. But the cavalry is on the way. Trust me when I tell you.
Still plenty of season to go. Not much game left to go here, though, for the JackJumpers to fight back in, 74-58. Menenga, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gets down too easy, draws the contact.
He just knows how to get around some good one-on-one defense. If you can't crowd him, I mean, I'm not quite sure how you guard him down there. Obviously, he's got the height advantage over young Nick Stoddard. And anybody who's playing Supercoach will love to see Sam Menenga knock these free throws down.
How are you doing on that?
I handed out a lot of L's last week, last round.
Nice. What about, have you started,
over 9,000 L's.
Round?
Haven't checked.
Do people message you? Do people get involved? Do they try to psych you out? I know you're one of the most mentally tough people I know, but they try to get under your skin.
Oh, yeah. There's people on Twitter mouthing off.
See, the worst thing that happened to that is that you took over from Montrez, because I don't think Montrez would have put too much competitive effort into it compared to what you do.
No, I'm taking it serious.
Because you are one of the most competitive people I know, Damon.
This lead needs to somehow, the deficit needs to get down to 10 with about 3 minutes to go for the Jacks to have a realistic chance. Collins took it out of the rim.
Certainly looked like it was in the cylinder. PJC loses his footing. 2 players down, and the JackJumpers will have a chance. Nice Euro step there from Stoddard, almost the and one. He'll go to the line. Chance to eat into this lead. Halfway point of the 4th term.
I thought it was above the rim, he's hit it, and then it scooped out. Really hard to tell from that.
Hey, Cam, we have seen this movie before. Some signs. The 17-point lead could be cut to 15. 5 to go. Do the Breakers know how to close this one out?
I think this one, I don't want to call it early, boys, but I see Will Magnay and Josh Bannon in the last time out just begging the team to keep fighting, but it feels like they're tired. It feels like they're a step slow today. I would never count out a Jackie's team because that's always bad news, but I just think the Breakers have a bit more in the tank today.
Short turnaround for the JackJumpers. Just playing on Wednesday night, straight on the plane over to New Zealand. Already with a tough road schedule, which they've played admirably through. Tarangi steps back in the corner. Off the rim. Opposite way.
That's good defense by Tasmania. Even though there was a mismatch, Will Magnay's playing a one-man zone. Forced the Breakers to kick the ball around, but there was no shooters on the floor. Nobody willing to take that 3 ball. They ended up getting a stop. Can cut it to 14.
Stoddard through the paint. Nice pass to Magno, who flushes it.
How you feeling, Phoenix?
There's a heartbeat. 14 points is nothing in the modern-day game. New Zealand, time is their friend. Lopez works on Campbell. Tarangi, 8 seconds on the clock. Liafa chooses to stay outside, off the back iron. They're not what Scott Ross wants to see. Every possession vital. And an offensive rebound.
Shot clock didn't start. Okay. Replay center, can you please confirm it is 10 seconds? Thank you. He just asked a question. We reviewed it. Here we go.
Breakers want to make sure they really execute. No one pass, no pass offensive.
PJC works to the rim, scoops up, gets it lightly swatted away.
Like that. Those are danger signs that New Zealand Breakers have done repeatedly. No real offense. Nobody else touches the ball. Parker shoots a layup, which, yes, he could have made it, but he didn't. And what does it result in? Missed shot and a foul. This is how Tassie can hang around.
Under 4 minutes remain, a 14-point lead to the Breakers.
Rob, come on. There's holding and there's pushing.
And another foul called off the ball.
15, push.
And now they're in the bonus, Felix. Next foul is free throws for the rest of the game.
There's one way to sneak back into a game when you're down double digits. It's at the free throw line. Breakers last on the ladder. JackJumpers sitting pretty at third.
Oh.
Magnay will go to the line, which he's been solid at tonight.
And they're doing this with Bryce Hamilton sitting on the bench, chilling. Scott Roth is going with this group that's just getting stop after stop.
Double-double for Will Magnay. 13 points, 11 rebounds, and Hamilton resigned to the bench. 13 points on the night for him, 31% from the field.
But if it gets a little closer, if this thing gets down to 10 or under, we'll see Bryce again. He'll get back in.
Magnay splits the pair. New Zealand in no hurry to get their offense underway. Tarangi from the corner. Rattles out. Lopez will fight for the rebound, but Magnay will come off best. Marshall through the chest of Rob Lowe, draws some contact. And a chance to cut the lead to 11, a little over 3 minutes.
That was better offense by the Breakers, a missed shot, but defensive transition let him down. Great job by Nick Marshall getting on the rim, drawing a foul. They're shooting free throws for the remainder. This is when things can start getting a little tight. Rob Lowe's night is also done.
And again, the JackJumpers leave one at the line.
That's 9 missed free throws for the Jackies.
11 of 20 for the game. Splits the pair.
I'm going to keep it real simple. First thing I'm going to do, just a two-man game. Sam Meninga, Parker Jackson Cartwright. Keep it simple.
It's not about two-man game to run. Brockington looks to work on Stoddart off the Meninga screen.
Oh, goodness.
Magnay swats it away.
It's clunky.
7 seconds on the shot clock.
Credit to the Jackies, just making them play the full 40 minutes to get this win.
Nice inbound pass to Tarangi right under the rim, but he smokes it. And PJC, is that the dagger?
How the hell did Parker take the ball out, come in and get the rebound and finish? And this is what I mean when I say that the Breakers need to learn how to win. When you lose so much, it becomes a habit.
We can disagree on what's too physical. I thought it was all right.
Sorry, I'll be louder.
We don't have to agree on what's too physical. I thought it was all right.
We don't have to agree. You know what? Maybe a lesson for life in general. We don't always have to agree. Just remain respectful. Jackson Cartwright just what feels like somewhat of a quiet night. 26 and 4 for him, yet again leading the Breakers. Campbell. Starks. JackJumpers just not showing as much haste as you would imagine. Score considered. Marshall spins around, steps back, bucket.
Nice spin move by Nick. He could be in Tassie for a while. His place really seems to suit his game.
PJC. Nice hesitation. Lopez heavily contested on the outside. That's off the rim. JackJumpers rebound. Under 2 minutes remain. Magnay. That one rattles out the story of the JackJumpers night.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities that could have made this game a little bit more interesting, but 13-point lead with just over 90 seconds ago. You think this game would be over.
Menenga with the mismatch down low on Marshall. Works deep into the paint. Just too big and too strong.
Yeah, he is. He's playing all NBL caliber, has a game so far this season. Now, if they don't win or make the playoffs, I'm not putting him in one of those all NBL teams, just so you know.
Don't forget it as a double-header. Joel Peterson, Peter Hooley, and my man Leonard Copeland getting ready to take you through what should be a cracking contest. Casey Prather in fine form. CG 43, 3 threes away from overtaking John Riley. You know how competitive John Riley is. You know he'll be glued to the TV.
What's Casey Prather going for tonight?
15 and 4.
15? 15?
Ever the optimist. Now Melbourne United undefeated. Should be a cracking game coming up, so make sure you stick around. This one looks like it's going to be all done. Brockington works on Magnay.
Every shot made just adds to this man's confidence. A win is a win.
17 points on the night for Brockington. Stoddard. Can't add any from the outside. A foot violation in the backcourt as we just look to play out this game. The New Zealand Breakers, Damon, we've called two of them. Flash in the pan, do they need to find some consistency?
Yeah, 100% they do. I mean, this will bring them to 2-5. They're going to spend most of November on the road.
No, it's just a foot violation. It's not a foul.
Henry Copeland just keeps sticking to the course. He plays it. Everybody gets a run pretty much. 9 guys, like I said earlier, averaging double-figure minutes. As Brody Nunn checks into the game.
Back iron. JackJumpers rebound. And Brody Nunn, can he trouble the scorers? He can't. Gets that one swatted away. And the New Zealand Breakers are going to pick up their second victory of NBL 26. Off the iron, that's all she wrote. The last place New Zealand Breakers, not anymore. The Hawkeys, Damon Lowry, now sitting pretty at the bottom of the ladder. And the JackJumpers, a short turnaround after their Wednesday night game. They've had a tough schedule with a lot of road games to begin. And towards the back end of that one, they look like they just ran out of legs.
Yeah, maybe not. Credit to the Breakers. They did what they had to do. It wasn't overly convincing, but 17-point win in the end, but 82 points scored. They're going to need to generate more points if they want to start knocking off some of the upper echelon teams. And obviously, when the Tasmania JackJumpers become whole and healthy, we all know what they're capable of.
Isaiah Brockington, 17 points on the night, and while it's not the craziest percentage, the fact that he's being aggressive and putting up 18 shots would be a good sign for Petteri Koponen.
Absolutely, because you need your third scorer. You need your imports to step up and do some heavy lifting. So hopefully that game will give Isaiah lots of confidence moving forward.
And the JackJumpers, no respect lost for them, as we mentioned. A pretty tough start to the season with 4 road games. Going into this one, they'd won 3 of them. And they're going to be excited to get back home and put on a bit of a stand.
Sam Menenga in the huddle showing some leadership. Parker showing some leadership. No better feeling than getting the dub.
Dylan Bouncer and Petteri Koponen. All smiles after a win, aren't you? The polar opposite.
Winning fixes a lot of stuff.
Well, Cam Glidden, he's been walking around there wandering aimlessly, and I think he might have found the Foot Locker player of the match.
PJC, Foot Locker Player of the Game. Must have felt good to reward this crowd who comes night in, night out with a big win.
Yeah, huge win, but a huge team win. You know, we had a good week of practice, and finishing games is what we were harping on, and we did that tonight.
Mark Worthington called you the most underrated superstar in the league. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like every game you come out, you have a point to prove and you're still underrated in a lot of people's eyes?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, at this point in my career, I just want to win. I have a good team. We have a good team, and we just want to win games. That's all that matters.
You go on the road now to face Melbourne United, probably well, they are the best team in the league right now. Nice little win streak. They brought Chris Golding back. How do you prepare for that one with such a quick turnaround?
Just mindset, mentality, and focus. You know, no game in this league is easy. You got to earn everything, so you just got to go in there with the right mindset, ready to play a hard-fought game.
All the best, man.
He's got a fantastic head on his shoulders, Parker Jackson Cartwright. He's had to lead this team for quite a while, and I'm sure he's probably happier than anyone to see the 17 points next to Isaiah Brockington's name.
Yeah, he needs his runner mate to join him. Obviously, if Isaiah Brockington can be consistent with Sam Meninga's output, they'll have enough points to challenge teams. Then it's going to be the defensive end as we look at the Mitsubishi Motors ladder.
Hey, Damon, you want to do me the honors of this one and maybe just start, let's just say, 10th position and maybe work our way up?
Wow, yeah, the champs, the defending champs, are sitting rock bottom. Early days, still got some players that come into the league, but Coach Justin Tatum will not be happy about that. But I feel like, Felix, tomorrow night, that could change.
I'm not going to put you through any more torture. Get that off the screen. Let's go back down to Cam Glidden.
All right, boys, with Sam Meninga. Sam, not your biggest offensive output, but we could see you all over the floor. Must feel good to get that win.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, every time you play Tassie, they're going to, be scrappy. It's one of those grind-out games. Just, coming out with the win is a good feeling.
You've come out and said pre-season you want to be known as one of the best bigs in the league, best players in the league for that matter. You come up against a huge body in Jesse Edwards this weekend. How do you prepare for that one with such a quick turnaround?
Yeah, I think just play to our strengths, use the versatility, things like that, pull him out of the paint. He's a great big, but he's good down low. Maybe we can pull him out of the paint and see what he can do out there.
Nice, and you've been through a few losses this year already. Has the belief within the team wavered, or do you feel like it was just a matter of getting this another win to start another streak?
Yeah, 100%. I think the only way out is, going through that rut, and we kept pushing forward. Every day is a grind and practice, and we've kept fighting, and we're getting the results now, and hopefully we can continue with that.
Good job, mate.
Sure.
Sam Meninga, all NBL potential according to Damon Lowry. The New Zealand Breakers fight their way off the bottom of the table. Thanks here to part of that man, Parker Jackson Cartwright. Yet again, a big performance from their leader. And the JackJumpers just running out of legs. We'll be back to wrap it all up.